Hello and welcome to SD&G Nano. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about what is new in SD&G this year.
Hi, I'm Taras. I'm the new co-ML, so that makes me, I guess, the first new thing in SD&G this year. This is Lindsay. She's not new at all. She's been here forever.
Forever and ever. Or the past 3 years. It's my third year MLing, so if you've been to any of the local events in the past couple years, you've probably seen me. You'll see me again this year, obviously. We've got some very interesting events. Tuesdays, we've got Cornwall Library like usual. Saturdays, the first Saturday and the third Saturday, we're going to be in the Chesterville Library like usual, but we're shaking things up this year, and the second Saturday of November, we're going to be in Ingleside instead. Now, the Grind did close this year, which we're very sad about.
I was very sad about that.
Yeah,
yes.
It was a popular sort of stomping ground for us. Well, I liked the little basement, you know?
The basement was great, and it had caffeine.
Well, yes. Well, luckily, my house also has caffeine. So on Thursday nights, instead of going to the Grind, I'm going to be hosting video write-ins. So if you are somewhere not in Cornwall and can't come to the event, you can always catch us online. We're going to be having a lot of fun. I'm trying out this new sort of interactive write-in game type. It's fun.
Trust her on that. She's a very fun person.
I really am. And modest, too.
She is. She is. That's why I've got to keep, saying how fun she is. She won't say it herself as often as I will. But it's true. You'll notice that already.
So if you are... Yeah, I'm sure they've noticed.
My job is to be the extroverted ML. I'm here for color commentary. Lindsay's the organized one.
That's pretty accurate. Yeah. So back to Thursdays.
Yes.
If you're in Cornwall and would like to stop by my house, I'm not going to say the address on YouTube, but it is in the forums, so everybody who's come to the kickoff party will know it. You can come here, and I have caffeine.
And a ghost.
And a ghost, but the ghost may not stay past Halloween. I'm sorry.
Come anyway. It's going to be fun. She's the fun ML.
So a little bit about me. I'm Lindsay, L-Belo on the forums. That's spelled L-B-E-L-O-W. And I write usually historical romance or mystery. This year I've written a lot other things because I can't stick to a genre. But that's good because I can talk to you about basically any genre that you like to write, because I probably like to write it too. We have that in common.
I'm Taras, T-A-R-A-S on the forums. I was lucky. I've been here long enough that I got in before Tara S. stole that username. I was ML in Montreal for a few years back in the early 2000s. I'm thrilled to be ML for the SD&G. It's a great community. I've had a blast ever since I started 2 years ago. I write a whole bunch of stuff too in a fair number of genres. I'm also very excited to talk about genres I'm not entirely familiar with. I'm excited to learn and excited to hear what you have to say about it.
Yes, we're very excited about books in general.
Yes.
And writing.
Yes.
Yes.
How long have you been writing?
Oh, geez. I finished my first book when I was 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you started late. I was doing comics when I was 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I started late because my first short story was when I was 9 for a school project.
Okay.
So I really can't say that like any sort of book inspired me. It was my teacher who was like, everybody has to do this short story about a dinosaur, and I wrote it. And well, actually, fun fact, I am very competitive, and my best friend at the time said, "I bet you I can write a longer story than you can." She won. She did. She won. But
And Lindsay has never looked back. She is determined to make sure that she writes more than anybody on the planet for the rest of her life.
usually, I do actually write like between work and my own stuff. I usually write like 1 million words a year, but not this year. You see these? This is why there's some changes in SD&G this year. I can't drive very far, so Mark's doing that. And I can't write by hand anymore, except for some light editing type things. So I'm dictating this year, and that's why I'm doing the video chats, the video write-ins rather than the chat write-ins. Although Jan is going to be doing some chat write-ins, and I am so thankful to her. Thank you, Jan.
And thank you, Mark, for driving Lindsay around and for editing this video.
Yes.
Supportive SOs. They're the best.
Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about today is milestone rewards. What I've seen from MLing in this region for the past couple years is that a lot of people start writing and then, you know, life gets in the way.
Writing is life.
Well, I suppose that's true, but life that is not writing gets in the way, and then you end up falling behind and you can't feel like you can continue and make up those words, so you drop out. Milestone rewards will hopefully stop you from doing that, because if you drop out in the middle of the month, you won't have the rest of the month for however many words you could have written. Even if it's not 50,000, what if you wrote another 10,000 and got to the 40,000 mark or the 30,000 mark? If you stop, you will never know how much you can write. So these milestone rewards are put into place so that you will get rewarded along the way. If you're close to the 10,000 word mark, you might want to continue and reach it, because you will be eligible for a critique from me. I am a writer for a living, so I have quite a few tips and tricks up my sleeve, and I can give you some feedback after Nano is done. I'm not...
During the editing phase, which is not now.
Yes, pretty much.
Quantity, not quality. Accidental quality is acceptable.
So if you write 20,000 words, you will get a lovely character sketch like this one from Mark for one of your characters. If you write 30,000 words, I will give you a chapter critique. So this is not a first page critique like it was in 10,000 words. You can actually get your first page critique, make some edits, and then send it back to me so that I can give you a little bit of feedback on how well you've taken the editing and improved your craft in that sense. At the 40,000 word mark, you can either get a second character sketch, or you can get more detail and shading put into your initial character sketch. And at the 50,000 word mark, I am going to offer you a submission package critique. So that is your first chapter, that is your synopsis, that is your query letter. If you plan on self-publishing, in place of the synopsis and query letter, I will accept the back cover blurb. And I'll use my publishing experience to help you, give you a leg up if publishing is your wheelhouse.
So anyway, that's what Lindsay is planning to do, to keep you motivated and excited and inspired. And that's because Lindsay's great. Lindsay really is great. I encourage you to come to the write-ins and any kind of get-together we have, such as our kickoff party and our Thank God It's Over party. We're a great community here. Like I said, that's one thing I loved about SD&G the moment I kind of got introduced to us. I was about to say them, but and I said us instead, because
you are a part of us.
We're all very welcoming. We're all very welcoming. And I want to say to those of you who are maybe not sure about meeting new people, we will give you the space you need. We are aware that not everybody likes a big crowd. We're also aware that some people thrive on a big crowd. So we're kind of, we're both very attuned to that, and we're both kind of really good at realizing what somebody needs and kind of providing them with that, even if it just means, okay, you go off in your corner and write just with us kind of over here, and you'll feel that you're part of this project without necessarily feeling like you've got to, you know, put on a social face for the rest of us. So absolutely, I would encourage you to come to the meetings, the write-ins, or whatever. It's a lot of fun. And as Lindsay said, she doesn't bite. I make no such promises. Seriously, though, if you need any help at all, I hope that you will come to me and Lindsay. We are here for you. We are happy to help you. We want you to succeed. We want to give you everything that you need to succeed: inspiration, encouragement, shoulder to cry on, baked goods.
That's Mark.
Writing prompts, you know, and on the subject of helping you out and inspiration. Inspiration, there are going to be days when you're doing NaNoWriMo that inspiration is going to be hard to come by. There are going to be days when you're going to feel very motivated to quit. You'll be tired. That's perfectly normal and natural. That's This is a 30-day thing. This is a huge commitment. And the reason you embarked on it is because over the course of, well, the rest of your life, you probably didn't commit to it as often as you felt you should have, or as often as your heart and soul were telling you probably should have. And on those days when you can't find that inspiration, remember why you did this. Remember the excitement. And that should help get you through it. And if it doesn't, if you're gonna quit, I would encourage you, please don't. Even if there's an entire week you can't write for whatever reason, and you know you're not gonna make your 50K, keep going.
Definitely.
Prove to yourself that you can do this much. And how much is this much? Well, it's going to be however much you get at the end of the year, at the end of the month.
Shoot for as much as you can.
Yeah,
And then that's your thing to beat.
Absolutely. If you're on a treadmill, for example, and you know you're not going to reach, say, the 5 kilometers that you were trying to run, it's still better to do 4.5 kilometers than it is to do 4. That's practice. That's working your muscles. And these metaphors are perfectly, perfectly legitimate, because you learn about writing when you're doing NaNoWriMo. And again, you started this for a reason, and we're thrilled that you're here, and you're going to be thrilled that you made it to the end and you didn't give up. Even if you didn't hit the 50K, you're still going to be able to hold your head up high and say, man, I did that much. That's fantastic.
And we will still celebrate
Absolutely.
your accomplishments with you at the end of the month. I mean, you come to the Thank Goodness It's Over party and you haven't reached 50K, we will celebrate all of the words that you wrote this month.
Congratulations, you're still awesome.
Yeah.
You did the thing. You stuck with it for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
You survived week 3. You survived week 3. That's going to be bad. It's always bad. It's supposed to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to make you feel bad about week 3 before we're there, but you'll know it when it hits. It is the long, dark night of the soul. Because week 1 is the excitement and passion. Week 2 is finishing off all those awesome ideas you had during the excitement and the passion. Week 3 is, oh God, what happens next? I hate everything. I hate the world. I hate myself.
I just want to go to sleep.
Oh my God, week 3. Yes. But then week 4 dawns, and it is like dawn, because the light crawls over the horizon, shines its warmth and light on you, and it nurtures you all the way to the finish line. Yep. Yeah, and that happens. It's supposed to happen. It's part of this beautiful process. So again, welcome to NaNoWriMo 2018.
Yes.
I'm your co-ML Taras.
And I'm Lindsay.
Lindsay had more things to say, didn't she?
No, Lindsay had said everything that she had to say.
Okay, good.
There we go.
All right.
We can't wait to see you this month.
We can't wait to see you this month. Yeah. And if we can't, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay.
Trampled you. All right. See, I'm so excited. I'm very, very excited. Yeah, what I was going to say is that if you can't come out even, we'd still really like to see you on the forums. We love knowing you're around. We love knowing you're a part of the community. And actually, even if you're not posting on the forums, we know you're out there. And you know that there are hundreds of thousands of people across the world who are out there doing the same thing you're doing this month. Congratulations.